Good morning. It's 9:36 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday, October 19th. Let's take a look. This morning, without this trade being here, there was a trade down here at the lowest price possible for 117 Bitcoin. Now, if the average size, without this trade present at the time, that would make the average size of at that current market 1 Bitcoin. But yet they had a trade up there for 117 Bitcoin. That would make that 11,700% over the average market order. Do you think that Coinbase Pro might have found that kind of activity suspicious? You think it might have thrown off a little bit of an alarm there? Now, you look over here at the bottom. Okay? That trade wasn't there before. Okay? The average market size is absolutely 1 for sure. This would be 2,700% over the average market order. Do you think that would ring a bell with Coinbase Pro? No. If you were in any brokerage house, that percentage, 500% over the average market order, would attract somebody's attention and begin an investigation. Okay? Now look, the average order is 1%. This is 900, almost 1,000% over the average market order, and it's placed at the lowest price possible. You think you might have noticed this, Coinbase, in any possible realm of activity that appears out of the normal? That might be included as part of that, both of these trades. And we're going to be talking about that today with Coinbase Pro, and we're going to record that today. Okay, this is just on Bitcoin, right? They had an order this morning, and I have it recorded. 117 Bitcoin when the price started going up over here before they squashed it down. 117. Now, if the average order is 1 Bitcoin, and each one of those Bitcoins 100%, you just add 2 zeros on the end of it, and that will tell you the percentage of how much that's over. That over the average market order, and that's 11,700%. That's way in the realm of unusual activity. Way in the realm. Even this one right here, they should be questioning whether it benefits anybody or not on either side. That's 2,600% above the average market order. Another alarm should be going off. Okay? Now let's go to LTC. This trade here and this trade here have been up here for 10 days. Alright? This trade originally started out on Tuesday at $57. Right? You're supposed to say their agreement is right here saying market manipulations prohibited. That's why most of us came to this market. It's the safest market. They prohibit manipulation trades. We come in here, we start trading. They started manipulating our wealth right off the top, as soon as you got into this. So you have these two are set up, right, to wash out the volume manipulation, because if they're both the same size, if you're not careful and pay attention and don't know much about how orders affect the market, these will wash out. A negative plus a positive, same the value, it's washing out. But yet, if you know what's going on, this has pumped up the volume of this. This has pumped up the volume of that. Okay? And to all appearance, this looks like an attempt at a wash trade. They're both the same size. That's one problem you got right there. And Since these orders have been up for 10 days, nothing was bought and sold. The previous week before that, they had two different, the same setup, but with a different market size. Nothing was bought or sold. The previous week before that, they had two walls, same market size, different from the ones now, and the ones after them, and the ones before them. They were up there for 7 to 10 days. Nothing was bought or sold. They were taken down. The average order here, we'll give them 500. Okay? That order is 500% over the average market order. That doesn't ring a bell, and especially since you got them both on the same side. That's 1,000% when you put both of them together. Market difference that these are causing. Just because they pull it on opposite ends and wash each other out, they think they're hidden. Now on this side, it's 400 with the average over here. So you're looking at 2,400. That's 600% over the average market order. Those walls have been up there for 10 days and nobody's noticed them. That's how you spot market manipulation from unusually large or small, unusually large orders that aren't buying or selling. That's just textbook example of manipulation. Now let's go back to BTC. Of course, you know, I know this order book isn't going to stay there that low, like that's over there. No, it's not. Especially since you've seen them rebuff it when it hit the EMA 12. So if this starts creeping up on the 12, you're going to watch that increase astronomically. And I want to know why there's trades in there that in some point of 11,700% over the average market order, placed at the lowest price possible, is not considered suspicious trading activity. Right now, this trade right here should be in the spotlight. Okay, that's 2,600% above the average market order. This one is 900% above the average market order, and they're both placed at the highest and lowest price possible. Those are the hallmarks of manipulation trades. All the trades. If it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, it flies like a duck, and it swims like a duck, it's a duck. $1,400% above the average market order. $6,382. We're going to go over the money that we're talking. So you realize this is not small change. $63,000 sell wall. And the buy wall is triple that, plus. That's how you look for suspicious activity. If you're familiar with the average trade in here, and you see something that's astronomically way out there. When I seen that 117 Bitcoin that was put up here to bring the price down, that's an 11,700% over the average market order. Coinbase Pro, the alarm should be sounding, the klaxon should be going off, the red light, spinning light, you know, on top of the fire truck should be spinning in the office, and these guys should be running to their desk and finding out who's doing this type of trading. Look, they both move. This just looks like a wash to me. Look at how they're interacting with each other. Which way we're going to go, people? Which way? Which way? Which way? Wow. Right now, the average market order at as usual is 1 Bitcoin. Even if it's 2, this is 1,350% over the usual market order. And you see this up here? This will go down here when he's ready to block it if he sees anything funny. He's done this before. I've seen him. He splits his manipulation trade into 2. He keeps one at a higher level and then he drops it down if need be. And this morning, 117 Bitcoin. While the rest of the traders were all trading 1, 2 coin, and most of the orders were under 1/10 of a Bitcoin. There you go. That's not suspicious activity. Let's see what we got. 8,300% over the average market order. And I told you that 10 would disappear. It disappeared, like I said, because now it's in here. The average market order is 1 when you do this average. 1 Bitcoin. Here we got 81 coin plopped at the lowest price possible. 8,100%. Now it disappeared. And now they dumped it. Now you know why those trades are there for. This market is it takes manipulation to a whole new level. How do you justify, how do you spot suspicious trading activity at the SEC? How do they do it? By seeing unusually large trading activity anywhere in the book. Okay? Now, if they see everybody's trading 1 and all of a sudden they see big bucks, we'll say big bucks, Big Daddy Scrooge McDuck. Now, Scrooge McDuck comes in and goes, you know what, I want the price down. I put this huge sell wall up here for about 100 Bitcoin, then I'm going to drop it down. And you look at the orders and you say, wow, the average order is 1, but Scrooge McDuck put in an order for, at the lowest price possible, for 100. So that's a 10,000% increase over the average order. That's very suspicious. That's how the SEC does it. How do you know if a bank is engaged in some kind of suspicious activity? When they get an unusually large amount of cash. There's something going on. Where did they get the cash from? If you go and you take $10,000 out of the bank, they want to know why you're doing it for. If you come in and deposit $10,000 into the bank, they want to know where you got the money from. Where's your income? Where did you get $10,000 from? But over here, you drop in an order for 117 coin at the lowest price possible that you want to sell them at the lowest price possible, which is an increase over the usual market sell orders by 11,700%. Then you don't sell anything and you remove the order. It's the same thing on this side. These people must think you can't understand it, that we have the depth perception of a half-dead goldfish. You don't put up an order to sell 117 Bitcoin, an increase of 11,700% over the average sell order, plop it at the lowest possible price, and then when the price goes down, you remove the order. Just the fact that that order was placed where it was, just the fact that that order was placed in the book should ring a fucking bell. You know, these guys, Coinbase Pro, if they're missing that, they're not fit to be an exchange, because they are over there telling you the manipulation's totally prohibited. So you come in here like the little lost lamb that you are, believing them, trusting them. This is an exchange. It's built on integrity and trust. And then once you get in, you get nothing but robbed, and they do 180 degrees opposite of what they told you they would do. And it's prohibited here, manipulation, and that's all you see all day long. That's all you see. All you see. That's how the price was all from January. That's how the whole price was brought down. The same tactic. Large sell walls dumping into the buy side. Give them a little reprieve to get them back in the market. Do it again. This whole market's been manipulated down for 10 months. Those people who did that made hundreds of millions of dollars off of every coin that's in here. There's somebody that walked away with all the wealth that they extracted from the system illegally, because they did it with manipulation. We're talking ash. There it goes. That's not suspicious being up there 10 days. And when it was originally put up there, it was put up there for $57. These are the geniuses at Coinbase Pro. It affects volume. It manipulates the volume by giving a false report. Because we all know, since those were up there 10 days at $57, he had no intent in buying the coin. You know what he did instead? He moved his price down to manipulate the price down. He has no intention of buying anything with that. He had multiple times he had this at higher prices, all the way up to the level of $57. And since it's been going down, he's just steadily been moving this down to bring the price down and buying absolutely nothing. It's a manipulation trade. Same thing with this. The price was way higher than this. Why didn't you sell your coins at the higher price? Because that's not your intention since you put it up Tuesday. This was high as $59 when this first came on. Yeah. Now you're telling me you want to sell your coin at a lower price? What trader does that? Now he raised the price up, right? Now watch how the green bar goes up, because he relieved the sell wall pressure. He picked up the price. Now you watch and see if this doesn't go up. You just watched him raise the price of that top sell wall. Now look at the price, how it interacts with him moving that wall. They're maneuvering the price at will. Today I will be calling Coinbase and asking them about this. When does the alarm go off? When there's an unusual trade that's above like 11,700%, like I seen today, above the average sell order, does that attract anybody's attention? Now, if he keeps raising this sell wall up, which is about 500% above the, well, right now, now it's different, about 600% above the average market order. We'll say 500% because there's a 600 there. So it's 500% above the average market order on the sell side, and it's probably more on the buy side. It's been sitting up there for 10 days. It doesn't catch anybody's attention at Coinbase Pro. And then when he moves it up and relieves the pressure, the price starts going up. Nobody at Coinbase Pro realizes the 500% above average trade moves, and so does the price. This is called kettling anyway. This even if you didn't see it moving or in action, you could say, oh, the same market size. Look at these two. The two largest walls are the same market size. This is a kettling trade. That's it. That's how easy it is to spot. But I could see if he moves this price up, it relieves the sell pressure. And it gives people more range to trade. 52.83 to 51.94. He's getting closer to $1. When the spread gets past the $1, then the market goes up real good. That much I noticed. That's how they're manipulating. They're putting false pressure on the buy and sell side. They're false reporting. And moving this up and down the range changes that buy and sell pressure on the market. Closer to the epicenter, this one puts more sell pressure. This is closer to the epicenter than the other one. It puts buy pressure on it. It's that easy. It's like an accordion. What note do you want to play? Sell, you push that side. Buy, you push that side. This is easy to see manipulation. This should have been stopped as soon as they see the two same market side trades on both sides. Okay? They should have caught that right away. That's an alarm. That was one alarm. But the fact that they're 500% over the average market order, that should have been the first alarm, and then they wouldn't have been able to catch the kettle. This one here, if the average, the exposed order book, if the average buy or sell is 1 Bitcoin, and this is 1,600% over that, the bell should be ringing. You should be looking at that trade. When you wake up in the morning at 4 a.m. like I did, and you see a trade at the lowest price possible here for 117 coin, and the average market order is 1 Bitcoin, that's 11,700 above the average market order. Alarm. It caught my eye. Being in the business, I caught my eye right away. Coinbase Pro, it should be caught your eye too. You prohibited manipulation, that's a clear sign of manipulation. And it went through and it drove the price down. It was the architect of driving this price down over here. When I got up this morning, it was actually the responsible factor to driving this price down. So now we're on 23 minutes. Now I hope you people could understand why they're bad-mouthed Tether, because Tether blocks them from getting your fiat right off the bat. So they're discouraged from manipulating this market because there's no quick payout. Over here is an instant payout. They take your money and leave. Same here. Take your money and they leave. Here, well, let me see, to come in the market, I decide I want to dump this market. I have to deposit my Bitcoin. Now, to get this price into the range of this price over here, it's going to cost me too much money. Deals off. Okay, I want to come over here and pump this price up. Wait a minute, how do I pump this price up? You mean I have to deposit my fiat and convert it to Tether? That's a stable coin. And then I have to pump up the market with the stable coin, which means I have Bitcoin here. Now I have to dump it over here. You're not going to get that instant payout because now you're holding on to a bunch of stable coin. Now what do? You have to convert that to dollars. There's no guarantee you're going to be able to sell that all that stable coin off in one shot. You might have to wait. It might take you days. Who knows? Or, the way this price is up here, if you were to come in and dump it, say for this instance, when you come into the market and you start buying stablecoin, you're going to raise the price of stablecoin up. Then if you come in to the back door and put your Bitcoin in here, you're probably going to have a hard time getting that price down. Spend all your Bitcoin, do very little, maybe get it down $100, $200, and then the market recovers and you're screwed because you ran out of Tether. then you have to put more fiat. This could suck up, if you're a manipulator, this could suck up your fiat rather quickly. You rather stay where you know you got your guaranteed bets in your favor. And that's this market. So again, unusual trading activity is easy to spot. You figure out your average market order. You see 11,700% increase over the average market order. Boom, that's a suspicious trade, especially if it's put on the lowest price possible. Same thing on this side. The average market order is one coin. When you see a wall up like this, that's 1,500% over the average market order. Boom, alarm should go off. That's what it does to me. That's how I'm able to tell the market's manipulated. It's not rocket science. And this morning when I woke up, I knew this was going down. Why? Because I seen a trade here for 117 coin, which was never filled. After the market came down to the price they wanted down over here, they removed it. They didn't sell anything. So I don't know how you people cannot identify suspicious trading activity. All the how would you say, signals are there telling you that this is something's wrong with this trade, especially when it's astronomically over the average trade those are already posted up there. It's showing all the signs and sending out all the signals. That's why I don't understand how Coinbase Pro could prohibit something, but yet they can't see it. See this? 7,700% over the average market order. They should be, and it's been done multiple times over the past 10 months. Coinbase does not have any way to see that or even notice that. Who's over there at Coinbase working at the order desk? Stevie Wonder? I didn't know Stevie Wonder traded crypto because it seems it must be him, because you gotta be blind not to fucking see this. I don't think Stevie Wonder would friggin' disgrace himself for working for this place over here. I think he's too good for you. And if you people out there saying there's nothing to be done about the manipulation, then you know what? Just shut up and move on. Pack of dummies. Oh, it's unregulated. Yeah. You go tell that to a police officer. The speed limit, it's unregulated because you don't see a sign when you're doing 90 miles an hour down to 25. It's unregulated, dude. It's no sign. You know the rules. Who you kidding? You see this? Now it's back again. A trade put up for 7,500% over the average market trade. 8,100%. 8,200%. Automatically, that trade should be blocked. Especially where they're putting it. It should be blocked. You should not be allowed, this should be programmed, you should not be allowed to put an order that's X over the average size of the sell market orders. If it goes above 500% above the average market order and you place it down there, the system should automatically reject that trade. It should tell you put some here. You can put it along the scale. You'll actually make more money. But you're not putting it down here. Why? Because that would be market manipulation. It's that simple. You can program that into the system. IT guys can go in there. Anything that's above X will not above the average market order above X. But then you know what they'll do? I can tell you right there. They'll start planting where you can't see the book. They'll start planting in other trades. But no, you do it like this: of the exposed order book, you cannot put anything past 500% order in the exposed order book, and that will be the end of it all. 500% above the exposed order book that you can actually see by scrolling back and forth rather than doing aggregation, that should be blocked. Because that's manipulation. There's no doubt about it. You shouldn't be able to put, well, if you got one and you put 200%, that's 2. So 500% would be 5. So you could probably do 1,000%. You can't put anything above 1,000% at the lowest price possible of the average of the order book, because that's a manipulation. That would say, no, honestly, that would be too much. 1,000%. Each coin is 100. That'd be 10. 10 coin. Sounds quite reasonable. That would prevent them. You see how that 10 disappeared? I keep telling you about that 10. That's not a real market order. Once he takes that down, the average market order on the exposed book is 1. That's how I say it's 1. And then you put up a huge order, 117 Bitcoin. That makes it 11,700% above the average market order in the exposed book. And Coinbase can't catch that. It's like a cat with a rat the size of an elephant in the room, and the cat can't see it. What's the name of your cat? Stevie Wonder? So, Coinbase, if you guys don't be too rough on them, you got to tell them, hey, look, you got to put a cap of what you can put at the lowest price, and it can't be above 1,000% of the average market order. Why? Because that would give the ability for people to manipulate the market, which they have. So if you put that control in, then we could start talking. How much of a fine you can pay for all the past discretions. And if you do that, we'll let you stay in operation. And then look to see if they ever remove that cap, and then fine them again after that. You got to put a cap to prevent manipulation. The lowest and highest price possible should be limited to protect all the other clients from manipulation to 10 coin. If you want to sell more or buy more, right, you put it up higher, which will benefit. You load it up here, you'll benefit from that. So that's not going to hurt anybody. If you want to sell more after you sell that order for 10, put another one up. Nobody's stopping you. We're just asking you to not manipulate the market. And you know something? When you come to think of it, 10 just might be too much. I would tell them to put it at 7. You want to sell 100 coin? Spread it around the exchanges. There's multiple exchanges out there that do fiat. Spread it around. Balances out the market. Keeps you from manipulating and target one exchange. All of you exchanges do it. You want to be a high roller? Then you have to spread your money across all these exchanges that deal with fiat. Or, if you want to sell 100 coin, you're going to have to spread it out. You can't put, in other words, you can book it here all you want down here, but you're not putting it over here anymore. You see, that's the problem. That's how they manipulate. You see how they're doing it? We'll allow you to put 100, you could say X a number away too. You can put it over here. You can put it over here, but you're not putting it down here. Why? Because that's the exercise of a manipulator. And then when you sell your 10 coin over here, Then you take 10 out of that one, you put it down here again. You're just gonna have to deal with that. You cannot be putting this order right now is 8,700% over the average market size. We know that's his trade right there, and we know that's his trade right there because they were just gone. They appear. That's part of him right there. These are his. I know they are. Because when he takes this off, they go disappear too. He's trying to disguise. You see, this guy is smart. He knows what I know. He's trying to disguise that this is way above the average market order. And you just seen that other 10 disappear. So this might be a legitimate trade, but that one of those 10s is the same as that person who just put that order and took it down. I'm telling you. You see? You see? Now where's the 10? The 10's going to reappear. So now you have somebody posting up orders this morning at 4 a.m. that are 11,700% over the average market order at the lowest price possible. That's manipulation. So, and then you take it off after the price goes down. That's absolutely manipulation. Absolute. 110%. So what I propose is you put in cap rulings at the lowest and highest price possible. Saying in order to prevent manipulation, if you want to sell 100 coin, you're going to have to divide that up and go to several different exchanges and put 10, 10, and 10, and 10, and 10, and then gather. You're going to have to work to sell that. I'm sorry. You cannot come in here and put a huge 100 trade here because that's a sign of manipulation, and we don't want that happening. So you have to abide by those rules. You can put your 100 coin way up here and then drop 10 into the order book here, maybe, because that makes it fair and balanced market. You're not putting it down here, and it's obvious why you're putting it down there. So anything, I should be allowed to do that. No, they're allowed to do manipulation. We're sorry. No. End the conversation. You're telling me you want to put 100 coin at the lowest price possible, and you know you're not going to sell those. So what's their intended purpose? You're trying to manipulate the market, and you'll see how fast they'll shut up. Look at this, 9,500% over the average market sell order. It's manipulation. You know why? Because the buy pressure is on. There you go. They're starting to buy. We turn green, in they jump. Here they come. You should not be able to place an order at the lowest possible price. Such a large order that's 9,600% over the average sell order and have nobody question it or even stop it. Somebody's got to step in behalf of the small. He's lowering the price right before your very eyes. 100, 10,000% above the average market order. And these orders are just popping up. I'm going by which just before they popped up. Okay, now I'm going to call Coinbase and we're going to question this activity. Let's go. Here we go. 10,000% above the average market order, placed at the lowest price possible. We're going to ask them why. Okay. This ought to be an interesting conversation. Here we go. Get ready to hear some BS.
Coinbase Pro. account has been compromised, please press 1.
My account's been compromised. It's first pay. I put money in it.
We thank you for your patience. We are connecting you with
You see, they dumped it down. See, I told you.
Contacting Coinbase Pro, this is Lena. Can I have the email associated with the account, please?
Morning, Lena. My email is John, John, Clarissa, CLARISSA @AOL.com.
Okay, full legal name on the account, please.
John Paul Russo.
Okay, last four of the phone number on file with us.
0538.
Okay, and then just to confirm, are you the account holder?
Yes, I am, Lena.
Okay, how can I help you today?
I got a question about how Coinbase detects manipulation on their current market on all the currencies they have. I see trades posted at the lowest price possible that are about this morning about 11,700% over the largest market order on the sell side. Would they detect that as unusual trading activity? Because in every other exchange in the normal market, that would ring a bell after 500%.
You're saying this on Coinbase or Coinbase Pro, sir?
Coinbase Pro. There was a trade at 4 a.m. in the morning. The average market size on the exposed order book is 1 Bitcoin. And then at the lowest price possible, I see an order to sell 117 Bitcoin, which is about $750,000 at the price. And that order was 11,700% over the average market order in your sell book. The price went down and the order disappeared. That's manipulation. That's textbook manipulation. So I hope they listen to my recording. I would like an answer on that.
Okay, so then do you have an open email with us about this?
Yes, that there is open. I mean, I've seen some manipulation before, but this is way off the scale. Way off the scale. If this was like NASDAQ or something, I think your trading account would be frozen by now. And the trading rules in Coinbase Pro says manipulation strictly prohibited. And I'm seeing it right now. What I'm looking at is 9,000% higher than the average market order in the sell side right now, and it's posted at the lowest price possible. That is a clear definition of manipulation.
Okay, yes, sir. So let me see if I can find that email you have open with us, or do you have a case number I could look at?
I do believe I do. Let me check. That's in my Gmail. I think it's 4912255. I don't know if there's 3 2s or 2 2s, but I can look it up for you real quick. But now this is the numbers don't lie. This is getting this is actually extraordinary now. I'm actually looking at this system that you guys got, and I'm finding it really extraordinary that this can go on and Coinbase can't see it.
Yes, sir. No, that's why I'll put it in the email if you have one open with us already, but I gotta find it.
So now, okay, I'm looking for the case numbers 4915225.
Okay, so let me look into that case a little bit further. Do you mind if I place you on a brief hold?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much.
Now you could hear that I just turned in and told them this morning there was a trade posted at the lowest. They just did it again. They lowered the price using that method again. I just showed you. If you look at the video, go a little back. There was a trade there for almost 90 Bitcoin. That's a 9,000% increase above the average market order. Look, there it is again. It's right there. That's how they're doing it. That's how they're bringing it down. They're false reporting. They're dumping into the buys. And then after they reach a target price, They put up some more fake trades, right? Then they lower that wall down, keep getting the price to go lower. This is not rocket science. And if any exchange had any value in stopping manipulation on their system, right now there should be an alarm going off someplace, a beep or emails received to the staff. There's a huge trade that's out of line with the rest of the order book. Manipulation, bump, bump, bump. You know, the little red siren on the ceiling should be spinning and the light should be going off and everybody should be going to the computers and looking to see what's making this go off. This is very easy to do. If you're an IT guy, you can ask any IT if they crosses the threshold. A threshold in, I think, in the regular market, you hit above 200% above the average market order on the sell side at the lowest possible price. Somebody's going to be getting a phone call. Even if it's 100%, it's really up to the person that's reviewing the count. They see something that's double the market size. They got every right to question your activity. These guys went up to 11,700%, and nobody's seen anything. This is like standing out in front of the jewelry store. You see the guy come out with a mask and a gun, and what do? You don't call the cops. You help to carry the heavy bags to his car. You say, have a nice day. And you're the owner of the jewelry store. It's absolutely amazing. That's why everything has to be recorded, people. That's what I keep telling you. You got to record and note. Record and note. Get them on their own voice talking to you. That's the best proof you can get. This is really bad. No wonder why they had to close down their index fund and why Adam White left. Because now this working here with this shitstorm that's coming here is a career killer. It's a career killer. You'll be branded for the rest of your life. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much for holding. So I wasn't able to find that email, so I'm actually going to go ahead and create a new one for you.
You can't. That case is supposed to be open. That's a key case going on there. You mean to tell me they closed it?
Let me see. What was it again?
I'll give it to you again. The case number is 4915225.
225?
Yes, I got the case number and I got a copy of the case and all my correspondence. You tell me they closed that case without resolving the issue again? After I got undisputable proof that they're manipulating the market, they went and closed that case? Is that what you're telling me?
That's what it looks like. It was closed, so that's why I have to submit another one for you.
Why are they closing the case on market manipulation where I have clear proof? They haven't investigated, and then they're turning around. They haven't contacted me. They haven't resolved the issue. The manipulation is very rudimentary. Anybody with a Series 7 could see it. Anybody has any experience in the market could spot this manipulation, and they go and close the case. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, that's what no one ever responded to. It was never assigned to anyone. That's why it was submitted through email, I'm assuming, but it wasn't. It never got assigned to anyone. This is just one message through this thread.
Oh God, who's working over there? Stevie Wonder?
So,
anybody. You have to be blind. You have to be blind. You would have to be blind, not just realize there's a sell order that's 9,300% over the average market order placed at the lowest possible price. It's not a sign of manipulation. It is manipulation. What is going on over there? How much money do people have to lose? This is going to turn into a criminal investigation very fast, if it's not already. I can't wait till I go to the DA's office today. I really can't.
Yes,
I'm sorry. The attorney. I'm sorry. It's higher than that now. It's the Attorney General. I just spoke to them yesterday, and you think you guys this exchange would knock it off by now. I told them, look, I talked to the Attorney General. Now when they look, they're reviewing all of this stuff they got. They called me into the office. Some of your bosses over there are going to have ankle bracelets. That pretty house that they bought with the money they stole off their clients over here, they're not going to be able to leave it. I never seen something so stupid in my life. I never seen anything like this. And I was paid, right, to sit down there and watch a dot order system that where I see unusual activity, I immediately report it to my superior because it's manipulation. The clearinghouse was called Cowan. If you see an order that's 9,700% over the average market order, placed at the lowest price, you get a phone call and a visit from the SEC. Wow, this is amazing. The more I look into this, I'm trying to help you guys. Your company is pathetic. It's pathetic. It's beyond reason. I handed this over to your head investigator. Look at this. You guys might want to stop this. It's going to get you in trouble. Don't bother me. It's a silly game. Litecoin alone must have been $100 million that was jacked in one day. And you guys done absolutely nothing.
I'm sorry, sir. The case that you submitted before just was never assigned to anyone. That's why I can resubmit it.
It was assigned to Carter. It was assigned. It was assigned to Carter. I can even tell you, it was assigned to Carter.
Okay, so that specific case number that you gave me, that wasn't assigned to Carter. You weren't speaking to Carter in that email. That's why if you have another email, like another case that you
They went. I know they closed the case, but I told them to reopen it because the issue wasn't resolved. Because he closed the case, not looking at any of the facts or information I had to prove it otherwise. He just closed the case. I told him not to close it. Why? Because you reviewed it without evidence. You just might as well close the case looking out the window. Wow, you guys are amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm going to make sure some of those guys over there at Coinbase Pro get 10 to 25 on this. I'm very serious. I'm very upset. Not only did I get taken, they took people's hundreds of millions of dollars through manipulating the market, through illegal manipulating activity. Then I pointed out to them, thinking that it must be a mistake. Maybe they don't know about it. I pointed out to you guys, and time after time, you open and close the case. That sounds like to me aiding and abetting. That's 10 to 25. I'm going to make sure 10 to 25 for a few of those people in that office. Absolutely 110%. I had enough of this. I lost tens of thousands of dollars due to manipulation. When it first started happening, it was a couple of $1,000s. I reported it. You did nothing. Now I lost most of my money. Somebody's going to jail for this. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I can provide you some legal information if you'd like, but I mean, there's nothing else I can do.
Well, you can tell their lawyer when they come back from the bar drinking their Johnny Walker Blue Label, don't call me because we'll be meeting each other soon. And that check that they get from Brian Armstrong, you might as well tear it up because you're not going to be seeing him too long.
Okay, yes, sir. I can relay that message through email. Yes, sir.
It's ridiculous. I never seen anything like this. 20 years of experience I have on the trading market, stocks, bonds, spot trades, everything I ever done. This is the biggest they make you the biggest promises. There'll be no trade manipulation on this platform. Look, it's in a user agreement. And the first day you step into the platform, what do you see? Manipulation, out of control. They can't even identify it. How the hell could you stop something you have no skills to identify? Pathetic. And then you want people not to get angry? It's a joke in itself. People lost more money than I did. Wait when they show up in court. Wait. You better tell Mr. Armstrong to put Vaseline on his wrist. He's absolutely, somebody's doing time for this. I can tell you that right now. They got the DOJ involved, and rightfully so. I want to be there when they slap the cuffs on them, because I'm going to take a picture of them. All the damage they caused to people all across this country, all across the world. If they suffer for it, good. Caused enough suffering for everybody else. Now it's going to be his turn. I never seen anything like this before. Kettle, they got, I'm talking to the rep. I got the rep on phone. They got, you know what kettle trading is. They got a kettle trading on Litecoin. They got spotting down orders on the sell side that are like 11,700% below, above the average market thing, and they think nobody notices. They think people are fucking stupid. All right, miss. Thanks for helping me. You have a good day.
Yes, sir. Thank you to the client. Please call you too.
There you go.